Hey viewers, welcome back to Let's Play Dragonfall Shadowrun Cut the Directors. We're still helping out Blitz, and things are about to get ugly. And one of those times where it's just like, if I had decking, I could have pretty much solved all this pretty quickly. Okay, grenades. Nope, not what I had in mind there at all. And no stunning grenades, so I guess we're just gonna have to deadeye one of these guys and pray we get lucky. Ow. Okay, well, time to get fancy. Really? 78% chance? There you go. Have a bunch of bullets. Can I go in that room now? No? Okay, well, that's problem one solved. And these guys obviously know I'm here now, so... Don't they know I'm here now? You hear a loud thunking sound. A heavy-duty maglock clicking shut. The little light above the exit door goes from green to red. Blitz, I'm detecting a pattern here. Yeah, Chief, I'm getting right on it. What a goddamn train wreck. Thanks, Hassenkamp. There's another long pause. The tension mounts. Then your comlet crackles to life again. Okay, Chief, I figured out how to get you out of there. You're going to have to release a couple of locks. You can find the controls in the rooms to the north and south of your current position. But in order to get those locks, I'm going to have to hold the doors open for you. Keep talking. Now, on my end, holding even one of those doors open is going to be a full-time job. There's no way that I can hold both at once. So once I've opened a door, you'll have to run in, release the lock, then get back out again. I won't be able to do much else until you do. You hold the door open, we run in, release the lock, get out again. Do that twice, once for each door. That's right. Once we've released both locks, you need to get out of there as quickly as possible. I'll lock the place down behind you. Oh, and, Chief, you're about to have some more company in there. Hassenkamp pulls back the slide on his pistol. Wonderful. Okay. This got real. Nice shot. That should probably finish him off next time, shouldn't it? Take some cover. Yeah, you're so done. Okay, next thing we need to do is programs. Execute attacker program. Attacker program has tar bomb. You guys can't move now. Which means I'm free to pick you apart at my leisure. I think I hit with both of those, actually. Okay, let's try that again. Really? I'm totally good to hang on to this guy. That's pretty awesome. Probably not gonna be. Oh, you did finish him off. Nice work. Ouch. Well, 64% should be able to get one of these at least. Wow, Blitz. You're a freaking machine today. Anyhow, if anyone's going to trigger more ice, I want it to be you. Yep. Blitz, get a move on. So return some fire here. No! Ow. That really hurt. Let's not do that. Let's actually heal up. And then we'll use erosion on you because you're a jerk. And blaster on you because I don't like your face. Wow. Tearing it up. Serious though. Man. Take some cover there. Whoa! Savage damage. Okay, Blitz will just run full on out there. And same thing with you, buddy. Just get a move on. Blitz, I guess you can go through first, yeah. Saw that coming. Nice. Question is, did you see this coming? Oh, swing and a miss. Sorry, buddy. All right, Chief. I forced the door controls. Ready to force it open on your mark. Once it's open, you've got to get in there and release the northern lock from the control panel. Do it. Screw it. Let's move it. What? HE phosphorus grenade? Hey, I gotta miss, but what the hell? It'll hit somebody. Good enough. Man, no wonder the freaking designer sent you. You're a beast. Oh. Well, that's not encouraging. Okay, release that. Send it to the stash. Always gotta loot, viewers. Direct hit? Yeah, it was. Deadeye. Oh, you got loose. That's awesome. Okay, let's... 30 HP, how much are you down? Let's put some bullets in you. Ah, free reload. Super Warthog. Super Warhawk. I like to point out, viewers, that he earlier racked the slide on his pistol. The Super Warhawk is a revolver, and in point of fact, would not have a slide. Just thought I'd put that out there. I guess run there, or slide there. Whatever you do. Hey, you can go through first. Please do. Hey. Back off. It's a shotgun. You're almost dead, buddy. That will not stand. Wow. Kind of want to finish you off, though. Oh, you're done. Okay, cool. And one more shot for you, and that's a miss. All right. Do your drone thing. Wow. Thing has been really good to me. I will not lie, viewers. All right, next door forced open. I've access to door control. Say when and I'll force it. We're ready. Do it. At least you're out in the open. Ah, really? Oh, you're still crazy. Landsberg Captain. Rigger. Nope. No riggers allowed here, sorry. As for you, you get a headshot. And another bullet. Definitely time for a medkit, I think. Also bullets. Hasenkamp is better than I am. Oh, you're dead. That's awesome. Thank you. Are you guys just gonna keep coming or what? That's the sense I'm getting here. Just endless belligerence on your part. Anyhow. No luck, huh? Alright, well. Yeah, it's a swing and a miss. Grenadier. Oh, really? Okay, well, how far can you make it? Guess that'll have to do. Not really flanked per se. Wow. Nice shooting. So just the door panel, huh? Oh, and then medical supplies, which I'm probably gonna need. That's done it, Chief. Bail out of there. Once you've both made it to the next room, I'll lock the door behind you. That should buy you a few seconds at least. We're on it. Yeah, I'm gonna take that advice and just beat feet. Hey, how's it going? We didn't mind the pillaging there, but kind of important. Is there one shot, huh? Okay, well, good attempt. Time to go. What do you have? Oh, hydraulic jack and designate target. Really? Well, that's good to know. Did I really just lock you in there? Because that's fantastic, and I wish I could say I'd done it on purpose, but I totally didn't. There's a loud burst of static from your comlink. That takes care of that. All locked up tight, and you should be clear to make your exit. Thank God for that. And I hate to admit it, Blitz, but you did good back there. Hey, thanks, Hassenkamp. Yeah, you too. Now, you two ready to get out of there? Do you even have to ask? Alright, let's see what we can do about that. There's a long pause, then Blitz's voice crackles out of your PDA speakers. Head for the front door this time, though, not the alley. What? Just go with me on this, Chief. The door that you came in through is no good. You want to go out the front. There's a terminal that'll need you to access, one more button to press. Do that, and we're home free. Alright, Blitz, the front door it is. Good, and, make sure that Hassenkamp comes with you. Gotta make sure that box makes it back to Grinder. It sounded odd, but okay. More fighting. That's saved. This must be the terminal that Blitz wanted you to use. Its screen is badly scratched and the casing is cracked, but the design tells you that it was originally part of the bank security system. Come on, let's get this show on the road. We're almost out of this godforsaken place. Well, you're half right. Renairen is almost out. You, on the other hand, won't ever leave this building, you son of a bitch. Say nothing. You should tell your friend that this isn't funny, and it sure as hell isn't smart. Don't listen to him, Chief. Hassenkamp is planning on screwing you. I've had a bot digging up intel on the man ever since you stepped into that building together, and let me tell you, he is not trustworthy. Hassenkamp sneers, says the man who ratted out his own gang. To hell with this, I'm leaving. I wouldn't if I were you. Renairen then could kill you with the press of a button. I can? Well, more accurately, he can give me control of those auto turrets with the press of a button, and then I can kill you. Hassenkamp stops, looks you in the eye. But he wouldn't do that, would he? That all depends on what Blitz has to tell me. Get this, Chief. That son of a bitch isn't really an accountant. He's an assassin, and Grinder's second in command to boot. Making people disappear is his job, Renairen. No way Grinder would have sent him if he intended to let you walk out of there alive. That true, Hassenkamp? The bit about my place in Mr. Grinder's organization? Sure. But the part about me killing you? No. I intend to walk out that door, give the box to Mr. Grinder, and go home to my family, like I said. Why the lie? Why tell me you're an accountant? It wasn't a lie. I am an accountant. And I'm here in that capacity at Mr. Grinder's request. An edge of irritation creeps into his voice. People can be more than one thing, you know? Don't let him sweet-talk you, Chief. Push the button and let me blow him away. Renairen, listen to me. Your pal is a thief, and a killer, and a rat. You push that button and I'll die, sure. Mr. Grinder is waiting for me, and he's waiting for this box. And you don't want the kind of trouble that's going to come your way if I don't get it to him. By all rights, the box should be ours, Chief. This was our run. Grinder can't have the money and the box. That's just unfair. See what I mean? That's what this is all about. He wants the box. He doesn't even know what it is, but he's willing to kill an old man for it. How is that not sending up red flags for you? I'm telling you, I work for a loan shark, and I don't feel safe around the guy. I think there's something else going on here. I think that we've all been set up. Hassenkamp blinks. Explain. I think that your boss is in bed with the Landenberg ring. I think that he's that silent partner that we read about. An astonished chuckle erupts from the old man. Mr. Grinder? Working with plots? Are you high? Love how one of your choices, yes, but that's beside the point. No, I'm dead serious. I've known Mr. Grinder for 12 years, and I'm telling you he would never work with that son of a bitch. Besides, if that were true, why would he have sent me in here to help you rob the place? I'm guessing that he wants you out of the way. You're his second in command, right? Sure, but that doesn't make me a threat to him. I'm loyal. He knows that. Actually, I think that Renairen might be onto something. Plots had personal information on all three of us, right? We were all marked shoot on sight. But Grinder's name was conspicuously absent from that list. That doesn't prove anything. Just think about it, man. Renairen's name was on the list, so who the hell gave it to Plots? Other than you, me, and Grinder, who even knew that he's coming here tonight? Hassenkamp falls silent, but his mouth curls into a frown. I also found those financial projections, remember? The ones that showed a massive increase in Grinder's future profits? His voice comes out flat, disbelieving. Those were fake. Or they were real, and your boss is cutting you out of whatever he has planned. No. No way. Mr. Grinder wouldn't do a thing like that. He shakes his head firmly. Not to me. Use that business acumen of yours. What happens when the only two providers of a service merge together? They form a monopoly. You're saying that Mr. Grinder and Plots, they're joining their businesses together, man. Read between the lines. It's not actually a bad scheme, come to think of it. The ring tricks idiots into taking out predatory loans, and Grinder shows up to collect. You get the irony of what you just said, right? Sure, I get it. And you get that your boss is cutting you out of this operation, right? I'm sure that the Landenberg ring has plenty of accountants. Or Grinder wouldn't need you anymore. Or, wake up, man. Grinder's in bed with Plots, and they don't want to share the sheets with you. Let's do that one. There's a long pause. Hasenkamp stares at you, processing what you've just told him. He opens his mouth to speak and then closes it again. From what you told us about Plots, he wouldn't want you in the picture either. There's bad blood between you two, right? Hasenkamp's face has gone ashen. He nods dumbly. Yeah, there is. All seems pretty clear-cut to me. Well, he glances down at the plastic box cradled in his arms. Son of a bitch. There's a long pause. Finally, Blitz breaks the silence. So, I guess that means that we're all on the same team now, right? He nods again. Yeah, that's right. And as a show of good faith, I'll tell you, your pal was right. Grinder sent me here to see that the transaction went through smoothly, yes. But he also wanted me to kill you. Told you! You were on the job, same as we were. I can understand that. Thanks. I was hoping you would. For what it's worth, you have nothing to fear from me now. I didn't want to kill you in the first place. Now that I've tendered my resignation, there are only two people who need to worry about me shooting them. Just to be clear, I'm not one of those two people, am I? Says Blitz. No, Blitz, you're not. When we are out of here, I have a score to settle with Plots and Grinder. And believe me, I will settle it. Speaking of which, can we talk about how we're going to get out of here? Yeah, of course, Chief. If you'll do me the favor of pushing that button, I'll activate the security doors. That's all you're going to do, right? I'm trusting you here. Of course, man. You got nothing to worry about from me anymore. Push the button. It's cool, Hasenkamp. You can trust him. Absolutely, because I'm trustworthy. Now, I'll just activate the security doors, and... His voice cuts off. There's a long pause, punctuated by crackles of static from your comlink. Blitz? His panicked voice punches through your comlink speakers. There's somebody in here with me, Chief. Another Decker. And you've got incoming, and you're looking... The voice cuts to static. Get ready, Hasenkamp. We're about to have company. The intruder's avatar shimmers into the cool ambient glow of the bank's matrix hub. He sneers at Blitz, and his hands close into fists. Who the hell are you, man? Mystery Decker. I could ask the same of you. You're in my banking system, you little bastard. What? My name is Plots. I run the Landenberg ring. That makes this bank, and everything in it, mine. And that means you and your friend are trespassing. And that means that neither of you is going to make it out of here alive. I'm shaking in my boots, man. I mean, seriously. How old are you, by the way? Because you look about 40. The banker's face is overtaken by a menacing smile. I'm still spry enough to ruin your day, punk. Your ass is mine. Let's go that far, and I think it's time to summon an exploder. Hey, buddy. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'ma explode. Hey. That's not cool at all. Wow, that barely hurt you, actually, didn't it? I see your strategy now. It's clever. Clever girl. Come on, get the big one. Damn. Okay, you need to get there as fast as possible. So we have less auto turrets to deal with. Ow. That actually hurt quite a bit. Thank you. Good, the grenade launcher is fully loaded. Eat it. Designate the landing for a captain. And then shoot him in the face. Ugh, really? You're confused. So let's see here. I can probably take 2 hits from you, which means I can move here. Use erosion. And then use blaster. You only get 2 turns. You're not that spry. That's 73. Miss. This should kill him if it hits. Maybe he'll die. I don't know. Maybe I can use you to help. I think that's outside Blitz's range. Awesome. Please hurry up and hack that. I don't think you can get around that. Oh, you can get there, though. If we can get all these auto turrets on our side, this fight might just turn around. Okay, let's heal up. And, what do you got? Heavy cover. Forcer. Where's the rigger? Oh, that is the rigger. One less rigger. Good, you hate the turrets. I am so okay with that, you have no idea. Hey. Alright, Blitz. Let's heal up. So let's suppression first. So my buddy, I think, can get there. Yeah. Glad that guy had the bright idea of showing me using the attacking program to hack stuff. Plots is down and all 4 turrets are back under my control. Go to town, Chief. I've got you covered. Good job, man. We can just hunker down now. We can let the turrets do the job. They're tough turrets, too. Like, really tough. I have a grenade launcher, viewers. A grenade launcher. he does more damage with his Warhawk. The turret's in cover? Nice. Swing and a miss. Oh, they all had to reload. Ha, okay. Actually, this time, let's go to you first. Designate that. Messy. Oh, reload. Can't reload. Gun. Headshot. Ugh, medium. Cover 0.8 times? Well, this might take a while, viewers. I hope you weren't going anywhere. Reload. Just take a regular shot at you. Yay! Actually made you harder to hit. You're at 68% now. Well, maybe it'll help the turrets. Wow. Yeah, it definitely helped the turrets. We all done? Nope. We are not all done. Wow. That must have sucked. Nice shotgun, though. Reloaded. You know what you need? More grenades. The side quest was totally worth it. Jeez, man, when you flank somebody, it is pretty brutal. Yeah, I know. Reload that guy in case it prompts another wave of bad guys. Yeah, why does the accuracy go down by 3%? No, my turret. Okay, the gunfire dies down and the smoke clears. You and Hassenkamp find yourselves staring at one another across a room stacked with corpses. Well, that takes care of that. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go take care of Mr. Grinder. He tosses something to you. Reflexively, you snatch it out of the air. The object feels smooth and warm to the touch. It's the plastic box that Hassenkamp pulled out of the safe deposit box. My former employer won't be needing this anymore. Give it to your pal, Blitz. I'm sure that he can find a use for it. Hey, all right. What does it do? Beats me. From the connections on the bottom, it looks like it was made to plug into a cyber deck. Beyond that, I'm as in the dark about the thing as you are. All I know is that Grinder wanted it. That should be good enough for him. Anyway, I've got things to do. I should go get to them. If I hurry, I can have Grinder dead in a dumpster and still get home in time to read the grandkids a story. What about plots? Never did like the man. I'll give him a chance to scurry away. Let him get his hopes up for a day or two. Then I'm gonna chuck his ass in the wood chipper. Good luck, Hassenkamp. Don't need it, but thanks anyways. He turns to leave. You did good, Renairen. If you ever get tired of running the shadows, you come see me. I could find a place in my organization for a man like you. keep it in mind. Alright, viewers. That was quite the side mission. I have to say, the stuff they've added to Dragonfall, the director's cut, it's pretty ample. Like the biotech mission was a couple of videos. This was a couple of videos. The Cruise Bazaar. Insulated from the rest of Berlin, an island of hope in a swamp of crime, chaos, and misery. Your home, and the former home of Monica Schaefer. Its uneven streets and familiar faces are a welcome sight. Amen to that. Okay. To Karma. Let's go pay a visit to, well, Blitz, obviously. No, hey, Chief. You're back. You've got the box, right? He takes an eager step toward you, his hand extended. Not just yet. Well, nah, he did good. Hand it to him. Here's your mystery box, Blitz. Enjoy. All right. Thanks, Chief. Blitz turns the box over and over in his hands, a huge grin on his face. Let's plug this puppy in and see what it does. With a series of deft motions, Blitz pops the plastic cover on the unused expansion slot in his cyber deck and slides the mystery box home. A recessed LED light in the box goes from red to green. He boots up the deck, staring at the code that scrolls across its integrated display. Huh. Well, this is weird. The data hard-coded onto this thing is jam-packed with comlink software. Looks like it has protocols for all of the major brands. Sysadmin level tools, too. And there's something else. What do you see, Blitz? Slowly, a smile spreads across his face. This thing is like a master key for communication systems. With this box plugged into my deck, I could hack the comlink of just about anyone in the same room as me. How is that useful? He scoffs. Use your imagination, Chief. Just about every security goon in Berlin is wired to a comm system of some kind or another. If I can hijack those comms, then I can cause all sorts of confusion in the ranks in our runs. This is one hell of a toy. I can see why Grinder wanted it. Well, I can't wait to see what you can do with it. Yeah, Chief, he grins. Me neither. So, is there anything else you wanted to talk about, or can I start playing around with this thing? The vault door, the one you forgot to account for. Was that really an accident? His mouth drops open. Of course it was, Chief. I'm shocked you'd even ask. What do you think, that I'd purposely strand you in a bank vault? I mean, what kind of asshole I'd have to be to do that? Sorry, Blitz, I had to ask. It's okay, Chief. I understand. Now, is there anything else you wanted to know? All right, Blitz, I'm satisfied. We talk about something else? Sure, Chief. What did you want to know? How's the Emily thing going? Any luck with the search? Yeah, actually, I've made some headway. For the first time in a year, I've got a solid lead. I thought I looked everywhere. Between my contacts and myself, we scoured all of M's old haunts, both in Meat Space and the Matrix. What I never thought to do was dig for clues in my own cyber deck. Seems so obvious now, but back then I couldn't see it. I mean, she was running from me, right? So why would she leave any breadcrumbs for me to find? Anyway, I did some housekeeping and I discovered something. On the morning that Emily disappeared, some information vanished from my cyber deck as well. She did a good job of covering her tracks, but I can see the signs. She grabbed the file and ran, end of story. What kind of data are we talking about? No idea, Chief. I grabbed it on a lark when me and Emily were goofing around in the Matrix. The file was encrypted all to hell. I never could get it open. I only took the damn thing because she told me not to. She said that security would be too tight, that I'd get myself killed. But I waltzed on in there and took it all the same. You should have seen me, Chief. I was a thing of beauty. I don't think that I've ever been as much my A game as I was that day. Blitz, where did you take this data from? A corporate database, you know, no big deal. Tell me which corporation, Blitz. Oh, you know, no one important. Blitz continues smiling at you for a few seconds, then looks away. I stole the file from Az Technology. You know, those same guys that have one of their former employees so scared she's willing to pony up 36,000 new yen. A tinge of red crawls into Blitz's cheeks. He shuffles his feet. In hindsight, it might not have been the best of ideas. You don't mess with the Azzies, Blitz. Everyone knows that. Yeah, I guess. Emily wasn't too impressed either. Our only really big fight was over that stupid file. Anyway, time passed. Eventually, we made up and laughed the whole thing off. Or at least I thought we did. Truth be told, I forgot all about it until I realized the data had gone missing. Alright, so the love of your life took your encrypted file and bailed on you. What are you going to do about it? I don't know, Chief. The whole incident has me rethinking a lot of things. What if she took the file to protect the Azzies? What if she's with them? I've got to admit, this has me worried. I'm even more torn up now than I was before. He meets your gaze, and you can see the concern gnawing at him. I don't know what to do, but I'm open to suggestions. You've got a direction to look in now. If I were you, I'd get back into the Matrix and find her. He nods. Who am I kidding? You're right. I won't be able to stop thinking about this until I've found her, so I might as well keep trying. Thanks, Chief. You've been a huge help. Well, best of luck. Let me know how it turns out. I will, Chief. I will. Any thoughts on that last run? Nothing we didn't already talk about. Well, that makes sense since, you know, the last run was actually his little mini side quest. Let's catch up with the crew. Dietrich's got nothing to say. Iger. Nothing to say. Glory. Nothing to say. Let's take a look at something here. Launcher. Guess there's no skill for launcher. Still, pretty freaking awesome. What can I spend my karma on? Rifle. I can go for Deadeye. Not a lot of choices for the other one. Yeah, let's hang on to it for now. Got a couple more minutes left in this video, I think, before I have to cut it. So let's see what I can buy for 3,500 Nuyen. Specifically, over here. I got cash and I need guns. Oh, the Super Warhawk. Too bad they don't actually have the pistol skill for it. Best of the best. 3,500 Nuyen. That sucker's expensive. Of course, I also take the rifle. But 13 damage versus... That Smart Link is expensive. Wow, and this one costs the same. Well, that's nothing hard with a Smart Link. Okay, never mind. Still, it's cheaper. Well, there's a grenade launcher. Secure Tech Ultra Vest. 3 armor, 1 quickness, 1 dodge. Wow. Alright, well, let's take a look back at weapons. What do you think, viewers? I don't... I don't know, I should probably pick it up. I'm really undergunned right now. Plus, it's got a Smart Link, so yeah, let's take it. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. So we'll get the grenade launcher, I think, even though it's not the best one, I guess, and the Colt. Confirm. We've got ourselves a new toy, viewers, but we also have... Oh, hang on. Inspect. The Renairen Civic Center. Nice. That's pretty awesome. Anything at the phone booth? Nope. Well, I just blew all my cash in a badass gun, so let's hope it doesn't let me down. Don't actually have any money to afford anything in here, viewers. Now that I've done a couple runs, I'm curious if his biotechnology resources have gotten any better. Oh, right, the Encephalon next. I had a piece of headwear shipped here. Can you install it for me? But I own the cyberware. Shouldn't that encourage entitled to be a discount or something? Sorry. Start at the top here. Esquivel takes the purchase order from your hand and scans over. Yes. Yes, this just arrived this morning. I can certainly install it for you, but it won't be cheap. But I already own the cyberware. Shouldn't that entitle me to a discount or something? No. Seeing your expression, he continues. Look, we're talking about neurosurgery here. It's risky, delicate work, a damn sight more difficult than stepping on a chip. I won't charge you for the device, of course. You already own that. But if you want me to put it in your head, it's going to cost, period. All right, let's see how much. The Bleeding Edge Neural Assistance Processor adds +2 intelligence. Wow. That would be pretty amazing if I wasn't super freaking poor. Although, again, I don't really need the intelligence, though. That's the thing. +1 dodge. And yeah, there's some really good stuff in here now. Synthocardium, the data jack. I think we'll have to look into some alphaware soon, viewers. +1 quickness, +1 dodge, 8 HP. A pair of those go a long way, although it also costs most of my essence. I also like the look of that. 0.5 for 6% to hit. That's pretty nice. Of course, the cyber arms are good too. +1 strength and +5 HP. Pain editor. Armor. Well, that costs 0 essence. That's pretty amazing. Articulation might be a better choice. Again, really expensive, but +1 dodge, +1 quickness. Yeah, I think we'll have to go for the Bioware and kind of it's cheap. But for now, viewers, for now, we're poor. And I think that's a good enough place to call it. Now I've got a choice, I guess. I've got the run for the Mark 6 or as technology. I'm thinking the Mark 6. Whatever it is, it can't be as dangerous as dealing with, well, the Azzies. You know, like Blitz said, you don't mess with them. Or like I said to Blitz, you don't mess with them, which is why I'm going to go mess with them. I'm the team leader. You do as I say, not as I do. I told you not to mess with them. Anyhow, we'll figure it out, viewers. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.